Hi, if you're new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch third episode of anime Durarara. Someday I will learn to pronounce it. I'm sorry. So let's see what this episode has. Let's go. Okay, starting from the opening again. So last episode was pretty much dedicated to the story of Rio Magenta, but I'm unsure if we are going to see her again or not. Man, this song is so nice. I think I'm going to enjoy it every single time. I'm going to watch for the opening every single time. I might be able to kind of cut it in the reaction, but also it's time to talk a little bit about the previous episode and my expectations for this one. So yeah, I'm not sure if we are going to see Rio again, but she is in our class, I think, so it is possible. It just felt like the previous episode completed her arc, so to say. It had this finishing line that now she like looks at the life differently, and it felt like her story is finished, at least for now. And then we had this guy Seiji Yagiri, I think. I feel like the and this girl Anri Sanohara. I feel like yeah, they might be. There might be like a setup, a hook for the next story because we saw her talking to him here. Yes, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that Isaiah is going to return. Yeah, and with Simon, I actually rewatched a little bit the first episode, and I realized that I was kind of thinking, oh, what a strange Russian name, Simon. Did they kind of take it from the American, African American people? But then I rewatched it and I realized that they did mention that his name is actually Simeon. It's just like for clarity, I guess he's using Simon. Хорошо. Russian sushi. What is Russian sushi though? Russian sushi. Yes. I mean that's all correct, but they are talking Russian with an accent. All the phrases are correct. They are all fine, but you can see that the voice actors like don't talk Russian natively. Running rampant. So yeah, again, I think this girl with the scar on her neck might be the headless rider. Class representing. Nah, thanks. He was thinking about it. He was ready to. So there has to be like a different representative for girls and for guys? Not for the whole class? They're all so impressed. Yeah, it was very cute how she blushed. I feel bad for her. Yeah, looks like our main character, Ryu. That's the only part of his name that I remember. Because it means dragon, I think. And he was already going to hold up his hand, I feel like. Right. It is like Mikado is his name, right? And Ryu is his surname, actually. Is this guy a teacher? There was like also a teacher who was looking like it. That's cute how he drew hot. That's his way of picking. And yeah, they also look older, that's true. Yes, but your life does flow differently. That's the gang, right? Mm-hmm. I see, so just by the color. I like the purple one. Like purple color. Clearly colorless. So it's like white or black are colorless in my opinion. Gray. His friend is very cute. I'm sure he could find a girlfriend. Chinese mafia. Oh, these posters are so nice. Right, Kida. So that's why they were making fun of his name. It's like it's manga like. So they don't translate the names. Is this important? Are these just random people on the internet or? What? Yeah, that would be fun. Just go up to a gang because of curiosity. Yeah, I like this kind of personality in Atomic games. It's not a really good advertisement when they say, eat it, you won't get sick. I promise, I promise. Okay, we saw him before. but not much. That is Sage, right? He is looking for someone he's in love with. And that's the girl with a scar on her neck, right? On her neck. Okay, so she mistook her for another girl? I don't have anyone with Harima written down. What's up with the girl on the left had such strange eyes? What the heck? Yeah, that was Isaiah, I remember. Um, but for a big town, we should see a lot of like same faces, so to say. Well, I guess it makes sense for an anime. Okay. What? Ikebukur. What? I hope you don't mind if I call him Ryu. It's short and simple. So, Kida prefers someone older, I guess. Harima Mikawa is gone. So this girl has disappeared and looks like Seiji was in love with her, that Harima girl. He's a bit goofy, to be honest. Okay, that's not the bad option. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he was just going to. Does he want to gain to explore people's reactions and emotions and etc.? The pink girl's wings are so cute. The left one still creeps me out. What the fuck is wrong with her eyes? Look at the guy who is in dollars. What's wrong with him? Jizzer? Is he like, how old is he supposed to be? 23. Okay. Not bad. I think he's very pretty. Oh, how did he do that? What the fuck? He's enjoyed it so much. They are not even angry because they are so confused by his reaction. Hiroshi, what are you doing? You okay? Is he really in dollars or did he lie about it? He looks very incompetent. Don't worry, it'll grow out. So they did interact before. Interesting. Kid is not like excited about this. He probably knows like how Isaiah has a very multifaceted personality. So he wanted to look at the newcomer, so to say. What the? What the heck? We already saw something like this happen, right? Oh, that's cute. He calls him Shizu-chan. Hmm. Okay, I'll look at it later. Iwajima Shizuo. Yeah, right. I have him here. Yeah, and looks like they are not on the best terms. But I like Zaya more. Just I don't really know them both well, especially Shizuo yet. So just going from design. She's scared because of the knife. Oh, he actually brought his friends. Maybe he is a part of the gang. I was like, he looks a bit too goofy. So they are scared. The dollars are scared of Shizuo. But this guy was not scared. Well, he was. He was scared. That's why he attacked. Judging by his... Wow, there's even blood. So that was a strong one. Maybe there's also some grudge between dollars and Shizuo. Oof! Holy crap! How? How did he also take clothes of him? He's very into violence. Well, I guess they attacked him first, so it is kind of justified. He's protecting himself, so I'm not really going to. Also, how he was hit in the head with this Isaiah, and he didn't have a scratch on him. Whoa. So he's protecting Isaiah, or he's just trying to stop violence? To run? Well, I guess that's not a bad idea, right? Looks like she's fast. She's better. But I don't think anybody would like follow them too far, so. So there might be some romantic setup between these two. Even if she did like this Seiji guy. But there seems to be like a lot of secrets surrounding her. And her voice is so sweet. But yeah, there's definitely something with Sage and that girl who disappeared. And also looks like the teacher might be harassing her. I might be wrong, but I just got that impression. Oh. So it was her. Why did she say then that she mistook her for someone else? Because he did recognize her. He said, yes, that's you. But now we see the headless rider again, so. Is this the same person or not? Like maybe she disappeared and became. Well, it is an urban legend already, though. Ah, this makes sense because they were too like goofy and incompetent. I see. So they were just pretending. Yeah, but also since we don't really have the face of headless rider, it could be like different people interchanging like between each other first and then like someone else becomes the rider. Huh. But our rider kind of works for Isaiah, right? But now these two are also together here. Oh my god, he was beaten up. Oh, I feel so bad for him. He seems very nice. A little like Simon, or I can call him Simon because it seems to be his real name. I actually forgot. Why did they? Yeah, I think he decided to call himself Simon for like to make it easier. But yeah, it makes more sense if he's like from Russia and he has name like Simeon. And I don't know, it's not really a common name to be honest. It's not like I go through the street and there are like a lot of Simons here. Well, it's not like everyone wears name tags, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't say it's a very common name, so it kind of sounds funny to me to be honest. Well, his name in general is funny, like his name and surname, but I really like the character. I feel like he seems like this type of guy who, yeah, looks like very big and strong, but has more of a gentle nature, and he's trying his best, trying to advertise this sushi, but everyone is like the scared of him or like kinda don't wanna talk to him, and yeah, so but he's still trying his best, so that's cute. Also, I found it interesting how so the girls who were like theoretically Russian they asked him if he speaks Russian because yeah, he looks so Russian. I have okay. I don't know, it's just these parts they are so funny to me because sometimes I think like that is this how it feels for other people when their culture is culture I guess is represented in such a way, because I always find it funny. I really like to see like some incorrect stuff because I think that's hilarious. But it's also nice to see some correct stuff, which is like pleasing. You're like, oh, they got this correct. But some stereotypes are super funny, but this like no stereotypes were used here. It was all like, what the heck? Okay, I'm just the most fascinated by this character because he's supposed to be Russian, and I'm like, what the heck is going on over here? You don't really see, honestly, a lot of black people in Russia, like once in your lifetime, maybe. So that's pretty rare, to be honest. And also, like he mentioned, some seaweed planes that are like not real. And so there are some a bit confusing parts, and but his name is pretty original. It's not like very common and maybe stereotypical names. Something like the most like common name would be Ivan, Vanya, and the surname would be like Ivanov, Smirnov, something like that. That would be like pretty expected and maybe stereotypical, but realistic, to be honest. But they went with a pretty crazy name, which is, it's not incorrect. Like this name and surname, yes, they're correct, but they are kind of super rare, like the surname especially. So that's pretty funny. They kind of went away from the stereotypes and made it so crazy. And in the beginning, I even felt like this was a bit of a mind fuck when they're speaking Russian, so I can understand them, obviously, what they are saying, even though they have a pretty strong accent. It doesn't sound like Russian native speakers. Like everything is super understandable, and then the subtitles is in English, and then the audio goes to Japanese, and this like three languages in my head. Like, what is going on? In terms of Henri, I talked about her already, like throughout the episode. Yes, so I guess my theory is that this girl, that I didn't write her name, it was on H. So this girl, that seems to be the girl with the scar on her neck, was their classmate, Henri and Sage's classmate. She has disappeared for some reason, and Sage was looking for her, and it looks like he didn't want to attend school. He said that it's a waste of time because he wanted to spend all of his time looking for this girl, and he said that my love will bring me to her. So it looks like he had feelings for her. Maybe they were dating. I feel like the way he said it, it's not really clear. Maybe he was just in love with her, or maybe they were in a relationship, so it was like mutual. I'm not really sure, but when Henri saw this girl, the same girl that he saw in the end, she said, "Oh, I mistook you for someone else." But he said, "Oh, I found you." So I still think that they were like looking about the same person. It's just a bit confusing. Maybe Andre just thought that she was a bit confused and scared at the moment. Maybe she thought that she looks very different and maybe she's wrong and didn't quite recognize her, or maybe she was scared for a second that she actually did find her, because maybe she has feelings for Sage and kind of deep down doesn't want this girl to be found. There could be different explanations. Of course, again, it could be that this was like the different girls, this name and this face, but I still think, yeah, they were talking about the same one. And yeah, and finally, what I was going to say, I had a theory that she is that rider. So if she has disappeared relatively recently, then she would probably become a rider relatively recently, but it is an urban legend. I feel like that's something that goes on for quite some time. So explaining this again, yeah, it could be that a person becomes this rider, then if something happens to them, another person can become that rider. Again, these are just my speculations. I realize that I might be completely wrong. I just like to theorize. And finally, we saw our rider. We have a name, right? But I'm still not sure. Also how to pronounce it, like healthy or salty. And also I'm not completely sure on the gender. I feel like it's a girl, but I might be wrong, so I prefer to just say rider for neutrality, I guess. So we saw our rider do the task, complete the job for Isaiah. But in the end of this episode, after seeing that Isaiah and Shizuo are at odds, we saw Shizuo talking to the rider, it seems. It didn't seem like the rider was listening in. It seemed like they were having some kind of dialogue, well, mostly monologue, but still, like, he knew he's talking to them. So that part was a bit confusing, but again, Ryder could be this kind of neutral force, so not really like on anybody's side. Isaiah just asked them to do the job, as he said, as a courier, and so Ryder could do the job for someone else just as well, like, do their own thing. And finally, in the very end, we saw Seiji find this girl, and then the very next shot, we see our main character, Ryu. I hope you don't mind that I call him Ryu. We see him watch the rider go through the street. So there could be several riders, that's also possible, but I don't really think so. I feel like it has to be the one character. They are too unique, I feel like, to be there, for there to be several riders. Again, might be incorrect. Maybe this theory is right. Maybe there are several riders. I don't know. But again, this might be read in different ways. In a way that, yeah, we just saw this girl and that scene. But see, the rider is here. So, like, they can't be the same person, Kaniti. Your theory is wrong. But I feel like it also could be seen in a different way, because it's not like we see the correct time and minute and second, right, where this happens. So it could be like after this meeting with Sage, our headless rider, like, I don't know, ran away from him, and he lost her again, right? And then she sat on her bike, and we saw her fly through the street, and the change of scene is actually a hint and an implication that this girl is this rider. So again, like, there could be many different theories, speculations, explanations, but yeah, if you want to share some of your thoughts, but without spoilers, of course, just like based on what we know from these 3 episodes, then please do so in the comments down below. But that would be it for today, so thank you for watching, and see ya!